One up on the Blue Jackets, one back of the Devils and Sens. Next up, they visit the New York Islanders tomorrow. Elsewhere, James Neal scores in overtime. Preds get past the Lightning 3-2 in a battle of conference leaders. Another big win for the Winnipeg Jets. They get by Minnesota in overtime 2-1. Dustin Byfuglien, the game winner. Montreal gets a goal from David Desharnais in OT, a 2-1 victory over Philly, and the Islanders edge the Oilers 3-2. Big one for the Raptors tonight. Couple of teams with 2-game win streaks meet up. The Raptors host the Wizards. Toronto second in the East, 2.5 ahead of Washington. We have the game for you right here. Sportsnet 590 The Fan at 7:30. The pregame show goes at 7. Some hockey tonight on Sportsnet. It is Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey. The Canucks and Hawks on Sportsnet Ontario. That'll be followed by Ovechkin and the Capitals in San Jose. You can watch the Red Wings and Penguins on Sportsnet 1. And American midfielder Michael Bradley will serve as Toronto FC captain for the upcoming season. He replaces Stephen Caldwell. You're listening to the home of Leafs Nation, Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Hockey Central. Today at noon, back at it. Brady and Walker, Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
7:43. Yeah, the NHL is on the way eventually to the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Brady and Walker.
On the website right now, VegasWantsHockey.net. And, you've 16 credit card digits you'd like to give me right now. I can put a deposit now. I don't know how often you'll be out there, but I'm willing to. I'll put you in the up. I got two Super Bowls
for a couple of years. Now, back in the day, you used to, this was like, people would go to Vegas because it was so cheap, right? You could always get in a flight to Vegas for like $100.
Well, you could because you're coming out from Alberta or from.
Maybe it's more difficult.
It's hard, yeah.
But no, you can't anymore. Now it's every plane ticket.
You're better off, not to screw the good folks at Pearson Airport, but you're better off driving to Buffalo or driving to Detroit, flying for a couple $100 from those airports, right? Flying domestically. But it's
I don't know. To answer your question, I'm not buying season tickets.
I was just thinking, okay, once or twice a year though. But you know what? If you went for a weekend, would you try and if you had a guy's weekend? Would you try and squeeze in a NHL game, or would you go, hello, I go to NHL games anytime I want? It's not that novel to me, but it will be very novel to the residents of Las Vegas who have been at UNLV basketball, and they've been off the radar. This isn't the Running Rebels of 1990 or 91. They've been off the radar for been a long time since the Greg Anthony, Stacey Augman years, put it that way. I think it'll work, though. I do think it's going to work.
Like, when I go to Arizona, whatever, I love sports. Call me a nerd. I don't know. When I go to like Phoenix/Glendale/Scottsdale, I go to a hockey game.
I've been to Coyotes. I've been to 4 Florida Panthers games. Lightning and Jets.
Selfishly, it's why I don't want Arizona to move. It's because I have this little private cheap ticket hockey team that's a flight away. I like going.
Is part of this? I don't think you need a balanced league. Everyone says, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. You need this league had 21 teams in it forever. And so what if there's a team, there's never 15 games scheduled in the NHL. They don't even do that. They should probably do that on opening night, is have everybody play in the opener like they did in the first game after the lockout, just to get everybody out there. Like, here's something that Adam Silver's done in the NBA, and I do think Gary Bettman can get ahead of this game by doing this. So Adam Silver is good with legalized sports betting. It's a very unique thing for a commissioner. Usually the commissioners are like, absolutely not. This is not appropriate. We do not want this. And this is a league that had a crooked ref. At least one that we know of. Working with the mob to provide them information and went to jail for. We haven't had that happen with an NHL referee.
And a sport that is notorious for point shaving on the lower levels. You can't necessarily do that in hockey.
So you and I might like to talk about football and point spreads and whatnot. We love talking to Randall. Hockey's a hard game to bet on. It's hard to. You can have a little fun with it. If you're going to a game, I get the idea you might want to have something going on there. But Gary Bettman gets ahead of this if he goes the road of Adam Silver and says, I welcome it. It's being done illegally. It's being done constantly. But I want to be in on this, and that's why they give injury information. Why do people care who starting goalies are in games? People are researching starting goalies at 2 and 3 in the afternoon. It's for fantasy too. Yeah. But it gets ahead of the game. Gary Bettman wants people to bet on his sport, and I don't know why.
At least he should.
And so why not say it? In the year of 2015, what are the implications? My God, he's got a player now with the Minnesota Wild in Thomas Vanek, who's I don't know if he's still entrenched in it, but that's a scandal to owe that much money. Jaromir Jagr's had the gambling issues. We saw it with Rick Talkin. We've had a lot of issues in the NHL that I don't think color the perception. There's no fan that thinks, man, games are fixed. The league like the NBA has that perception way more than the NHL, that results are manipulated, and that's what they want.
NFL, too, with fishy point spreads and things like that. Yeah, Jaromir Jagr was in the trainers' room at intermissions of Rangers games calling his bookie for games that night. I mean, it's notorious stories. I do look at, and there's two things. One is the NFL is a beast. People are beating their spouses and abusing kids, and it doesn't matter. The popularity of this league is as strong as it's ever been and getting stronger. And to me, it's because of fantasy and gambling. It makes it absolutely undeniable. Absolutely undeniable. The biggest thing with the NHL and growth, and you don't want to be a niche sport or the fifth stepchild of